So I'm not really sure how to start this video today. I am going to be talking about some summer inspired favorites that I've been meaning to talk to you guys about. But I also just wanted to talk about some things that have been on my mind. I would say like over the last 4 years, I probably think about daily going off of, or just leaving social media in general. I left Facebook, my personal Facebook account, I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I didn't delete the account permanently, but I left it and took, I don't know, maybe like a year break. Then I went back on it. I reinstated my account. But I don't know, I'm sure all of you guys go through the same thing too, just thinking about deleting your Instagram account, deleting Facebook account, and just saying goodbye to it all. And I think it's probably a struggle that we all have, and is something that I think about all the time, go back and forth about it, go back and forth about, do I want to make another YouTube video? Do I want to stop blogging? Do I want to leave Instagram? All of that, because there's just so much going on in the world, so many crises, horrible things, just other things to focus on that, skincare, perfume, all this stuff just seems so frivolous and unimportant. And, so anyway, I think that we just all, I'm sure, struggle with that need to focus on things that are more important. So yeah, it's been exactly a week since the train attack here in Portland, and of course that hit me because I'm from Portland, and it really hit because the train station is literally less than 10 blocks away from my house. So it's just like feeling really raw, and of course when something hits or when something like this happens so close to your home, things like skincare and perfume and all that just really doesn't seem so important to sit down in front of a video camera and talk about. But at the same time, it's also, you want to still forge ahead and do the things that make you feel happy. And for me, this is simply a hobby, and it's not my livelihood. And, obviously if I left YouTube, it's not going to be any major crisis. It's not like I have a huge following. And I mean, I love and appreciate this small little following that I have, and I love it, and I love your guys' support and those of you that do support me. So anyway, I don't really know where I'm going with all this, but I just wanted to just put it out there that, I do sort of struggle with all of this, and kind of that, feeling like this whole beauty world in the end is not that important. There's bigger things in the world that mean a lot more, but in the end, this is a hobby that does bring a certain amount of joy to my life. And I do enjoy making videos. It's probably never going to be on a regular basis. I'm never going to be one of those people who post monthly favorites, so I guess that was a very long-winded opening to this is sort of like a summertime inspired favorites video. My next favorites video might not be until maybe some fall favorites or even holiday favorites. I don't know. And I do want to mention that I realize I have not been posting on my blog hardly at all. And part of that's been because of just all the illnesses I had over the winter and spring season. And I just was not inspired to be sniffing perfumes. And I think that for me, and also my schedule with just life, it's much easier to do Instagram and also sit down and post videos. So I don't know exactly what's going to be happening with the blog, but anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So I'm gonna try and edit out all the ramblings that I just did and distill my thoughts a little bit better before I post this video. But let's move into the favorites on a little bit more of a light-hearted note. And I'm gonna be mentioning 3 SPF. There's so much talk about SPF right now. And for me, just to give you a little bit about what I prefer, is I definitely prefer zinc oxide for sure. I don't like chemical sunscreens. I don't want to be dealing with any of that. I don't think the safety of them has been really vetted, and I think the jury is out, and I think that zinc is definitely the safest one. It's broad spectrum. Titanium dioxide does not do full coverage in terms of UVA. It does cover you for UVB rays, but it doesn't fully cover for UVA, but zinc oxide covers both completely. So it is broad spectrum. So zinc oxide is where it's at for me. So, and I don't mind necessarily a combination of zinc and titanium if a product has both, but I'm definitely looking for zinc oxide in my products. So this is a product that I have been using for many years, and this is the Davita, the Davita Solar Body Moisturizer. So this is what I use all over my body. This is not a sport product, so this is not going to cover you, you know, if you're swimming at the beach, doing sports outside. But this is a great, just sort of everyday product. So if I'm out running errands, or if I know I'm gonna be outside, especially for my legs and my arms and my chest, this is what I like to use. This is a new box, and this is replacing one that I am just about to finish up. And then this is what the bottle looks like. It can do a little bit of the white cast, and I just don't really care anymore about that on my legs and my arms. You know, the protection is far more important to me than having a little bit of a white cast on my skin. I do notice that, you know, after about maybe 20 minutes or a half an hour, it does sink in and then the white cast is gone. But I just don't really pay that much attention to it on my skin. If you have darker skin, you know, that might be more of a concern. I'm not too sure if that's gonna fade over time like it does on my, you know, medium. So when I do have a tan, when I don't have a tan, I'm light to medium olive tone skin. When in the summertime, I'm definitely more medium. So on my skin tone, like I said, the white cast does fade with this product. If you've got darker skin tones, I can't attest to that. So anyway, this is my preferred. I've used several, more than several. I've used a lot, and I actually just tried the Badger lotion. I had the 25 SPF. This is 30, and I did not like the Badger one. I didn't like. It was supposedly unscented, but I did not like the smell. That definitely left a white cast. I had a hard time spreading it over my skin, so that's why I went back to this one and got a new bottle of this. So the Davita is definitely my favorite body one. For face, I am definitely in love with the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream. This is zinc, and it's 30. I don't know if you can see how much that I've used, but it's probably almost a third of the way done. So I've definitely had a really good opportunity to use this. I don't know if I've had it maybe 6 weeks now, and I really like it because it does a great job as a moisturizer and obviously with the SPF. So I feel like I don't need to use a moisturizer and an SPF. It does the job for both, and I'm able to use a really liberal amount, so I feel like I'm getting the good SPF coverage as well as a good moisturizer out of this. It is a little bit on the shiny side, so it goes a little bit beyond the glowiness into shininess. So if you have oily skin, that might be a little bit of an issue for you. But what I do is then I just use a little bit of my Jane Iredale powder over it, and then that just kind of mattifies it a little bit. And if you've watched any of my videos, or if you do follow me on Instagram, you see that typically what I do with the Jane Iredale Pure Pressed Base is I tend to spritz it with a hydrosol to give it a dewy look. If I'm using it over the top of the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream, then I don't spritz it. because I do want it to mattify the this cream. So anyway, I absolutely love this. It does have a little bit of a kind of a vanilla scent. And when I was first using it, or when I first got it, I wasn't too sure how I felt about the scent. It was a little bit, I mean, I would prefer it if it didn't have any scent at all. But seeing as it does have scent, you know, I was a little bit on the fence for the first couple weeks, and it does dissipate, which is great. And now I don't really even notice it anymore. So I have gotten used to the scent. So if you're really, really sensitive to scented products on your face, you might want to try a sample first, because it is an expensive product. I think this is about $80, so it is not cheap. It's definitely an investment. But yeah, if you are sensitive to scents in your face products, definitely get a sample of this. And I would just say if you can get your hands on a sample first anyway, definitely do so. But for me, it is worth it, since it is both the skincare moisturizer and SPF. It's 2 products in one. And it just, I'm not going to read all the ingredients in it. Just go ahead and check out Josh's website and read the ingredients for yourself, because they are just exceptional ingredients, all organic, all wild crafted. So for me, it is worth the money. Now, another another SPF product that I just got this season that I am really liking is the Kula Sport Stick. And this is, let's see, I think this is 50. Yeah, this is SPF 50. And I got this in the tinted because I get melasma right above my upper lip here. And I did want it in tinted because I wanted it to also help cover the melasma. And this is the perfect color for me. If you guys know your matte color, I'm NC30. Like I said before, light to medium olive tones, tend to get more on the medium side in the summer. And I just put this, before I put on any kind of a lip color, I just put it right over here, and then just have to tap it in, just blend it in, and it covers up the melasma that I have really, really well. And then I can also use it, obviously, you know, on my nose and on my cheeks, and it has just been super convenient. It's a great color match for me. The one thing though, even more so than the Josh Rosebrook, is it has a very strong vanilla scent, and it lingers for probably a good half an hour to an hour after putting it on, which I am not super crazy about. And I wish it were unscented, but I'm willing to put up with it because it's such a great product otherwise with the, oh, and it is just zinc. And so it's only mineral SPF. There's no chemical in here because Kula, some of their products do have chemical sunscreen, so you have to be really careful with that. So if you just want mineral SPF from Kula, you've got to read the ingredient list. Now this is not 100% green. It's pretty close, but there are a couple of ingredients in there. Like one of the ingredients is flavor. I'm not too sure what they mean by flavor. I kind of wonder if flavor is a little bit of fuzzy language for fragrance. The fragrance that's in here, I'm just not sure. So this isn't necessarily something I'm going to be wearing year round. I think for me, this is mostly going to be a summertime product. So I'm okay with it. You know, I'm not going to be a total stickler when it comes to sunscreen because I feel like it's much more important for me to have a product that I'm going to use regularly and consistently to protect my skin from UVB and UVA. So I'm okay with, you know, a couple of ingredients here or there that aren't 100% natural. So thumbs up for the Kula, and it is the SPF 50 Sport Tint. They also have one that is clear that I actually just ordered because I love having these kind of sticks that I can keep in my car, that I can keep in my bag, that I keep in the bathroom, that are just super easy that you know, can just put on. And I put them on my arms right here because I tend to, you know, in the car that you get exposed there. So I just have one in the car that I always am putting on my my arms and my cheeks. And anyway, I love the convenience of these sticks. So moving on to some makeup items. My new favorite lip color, and I do have it on here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but is the Bite Beauty, and this is Leche. I don't have the exact name. I don't think this is, I can't remember if this is one of their, I think this is actually one of their matte crayons, lip crayons, but I'll list it below. I love these crayons. Here, let me get this so you can see the color a little bit better. So this is one of those pinky brown nude lip colors that doesn't turn too brown on me, because things tend to get brown pretty quickly on my skin and on my lips, and I like that it stays on the pink side. But I like these crayons because you can use a lip liner, but you don't need to use a lip liner with these. And I love Bite's lipsticks, and I love these crayons. Like I said, I'm a fan of Bite Beauty, and this, I know that I'm gonna be reaching for this all summer long. Knowing me, I'm gonna be using these all year long, because that's just how I am. I tend to use these colors all the time. So this is a huge favorite for me, and I think I got that about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I just can't stop reaching for it. And now I'm going to mention two other things that are not in the realm of green beauty, but as you guys probably know, I am not like 100% green beauty across the board. And if you saw I can't remember, I think it was a Get Ready With Me, and I think I mentioned it a couple times that I really do like the Honest Beauty mascara because it has a skinny wand. And that just got me thinking and remembering that I have used this XOXO lengthening skinny brush mascara in the past, and I just really loved it so much, and I just wanted to get it again. So I did. And this is, and I'm so glad I got it again because I just really love it so much. And this is what the brush looks like. And as you can see, it's just got that really nice skinny brush. And I think I like this one even better than the Surratt Releve mascara that I used to use. And I got this, Dermstore was having, or they always have a 20% off, but I got this on one of their recent 20% off sales. And I have been using it just in the last week or so, and I really missed this a lot, and I'm so glad I have it. And I wore it today, and I'm not like huge on all kinds of layering of mascaras, but this really does the job in terms of helping to separate my lashes and giving me the length. And so, yeah, I'm just really happy to have this back in my life. I love it. And so if you are a skinny brush kind of a person, I do highly recommend this one. And you know, the ingredient list really is not awful. I don't have it memorized and I don't have it in front of me, but if you are interested in this one, give the ingredient list a peek and see if it, if it passes your test. And then the last thing is, like, in no way, I'm not gonna say that the ingredient list looks decent because there really is no ingredient list for it, but this is one of those perfumes that I have been wearing for years and years. And the first time I wore it, it was just like, I'm not gonna say I knew it was gonna be a signature scent, but it was sort of like my soulmate fragrance. I just knew when I put it on, I just absolutely loved it. And it's one of the Hermescence fragrances. It's the Osmanth Yunnan. I don't know if I'm even saying it correctly, but Osmanth Yunnan. And I don't have the big bottle because they are like, first of all, they're humongous and they're ridiculously expensive. But this is, Hermes has a very special line. It's their Hermescence line, if you're not familiar with it. They only carry them in the boutiques, the Hermes boutiques. And I don't know if you can notice, but the bottom is a little bit darker. It kind of is a little bit ombre. But they're just beautiful bottles. And I have it on today. I can't even describe it, which is a little crazy because that's what I really like to do, is review perfumes. But I've never reviewed this perfume, and it's been one of those things where I don't really want to review it because it's so special to me that, and I've never even really, I mean, I've recommended it to friends, or I've talked about it with friends, but it's one of those things where I don't really even want to write about it, and I don't really even want to talk about it that much because it is so special to me. And I just, I don't know, but I'm throwing it out there for the very first time, actually. So anyway, this is just one of those really special perfumes that, for me, that I am willing to wear it. So even though it has aroma chemicals in it, it maybe even has phthalates in it, I'm not sure. Although I do know that Hermes uses really, really high quality ingredients in their perfumes. You know, it's not like buying some cheapo crap from the drugstore. It's on definitely a different level, but I am willing to make an exception on this perfume because it really is just so beautiful. And you know, as I've said many times, I'm not a purist, and I do enjoy conventional products on occasion. I'm definitely one of those 80-20 people, I would say. You know, whether I wear it 3 times a year or I'm wearing it, you know, once a week, whatever it is, whenever I wear it, it just makes me feel, I don't know what the word is, just like I'm wearing the perfume that was made for me. So I hope you guys have that experience too with some sort of fragrance that you have, whether it's 100% natural, or it is a conventional perfume, or it's an essential oil or something of that nature. I hope there's something that you guys have found that makes you feel that way. So anyway, I know that things are just crazy and sometimes scary and frustrating out in the world today. So let's all just try to be kind to each other and know that we're all going through stuff no matter where we're at in our lives. And let's all just try to smile at each other and be kind. And I don't know, that's all I've got to say for today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.